back with another book review. So I finally finished, well, not finally, they're like 200-page books. They're not that hard, even for me with my reading things. Anyway, so this is Spring's Gentle Promise from Janette. It's the final one in the Once Upon a Summer series. So let's start off with, she still cannot write in a man's perspective. Still very evident. Just get that out of the way right now. This one is about him falling in love, getting him married, and stuff like that. And it's interesting because he was so in love with Camilla, and she ends up becoming a Christian in the previous books, but goes with Willie, who is what's his name, his best friend, the main kid's best friend, and going to the mission field. And then Willie dies, and then she's sad, and then he thinks that she's going to come back and marry him. This is all that happens in Winter Forever, so I'm not ruining this one, just in case I was curious. And then she's like, no, I still need to go to the mission field, and I still need to pursue this, and then he's upset. So this one starts out with him having two eligible options, and it's so interesting to me, because I'm like, they're great. They're both great, but it's like, there's one that's so obvious. Like, it's so painfully obvious. I'm like, you're gonna pick this one. You're gonna pick this one. You're gonna pick this one. Like, you work on a farm all the time. You're gonna pick this one. And it's just like, it comes from the fact that maybe she like interviewed men to find out their perspective and what they would do, but I don't know. Like, I have a dad, two brothers, a boyfriend. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 male cousins. 8 male cousins. So, I mean, I grew up with all males, right? Like, it's not, I mean, of course I have my mom, and I have two. I have 2 girl cousins. Just 2. That's a whole nother story. But, so I kind of understand a male's perspective. I am still a woman. I still do not understand a man's heart, like, what they're thinking the whole time. Like, I still don't get it. Like, my boyfriend's like, you don't understand the male perspective. And I'm like, you're right, I don't. And, like, he'll tell me his thoughts on stuff because I won't see it from his point of view because he's a man. And so it still feels like it's a woman telling a man story, which I said I wasn't going to talk about again, but like him falling in love with the person that he ends up with is just like, it doesn't feel like in the Love Comes Softly series, or even in this Acts of Faith series that I've recently been reading through. Those ones felt like they fell in love. It felt like it. This one just felt like forced. And so I think for me, I still cannot recommend these books. And this one is more, this one starts right before the Depression, goes through the Depression, goes through the Dust Bowl in the Midwest, which was like a huge thing. Because Sarah, Plain and Tall, that book is all about the Dust Bowl and stuff like that. So it's and it ends up very well. They all come together, they get through the hard stuff. Just for me, I wouldn't read it again for the fact that, one, I would say God isn't like really throughout this one as much, like the whole series, actually. The whole series, like, it doesn't, I mean, there's some importance of having a relationship with God, but like, really, it's not like super evident. Like in the Acts of Faith, Love Comes Softly, the Prairie Chronicles, like all of those ones, it's very evident that it's important. Oh, When Comes Tomorrow, when the Heart Comes, or something like that. All of those ones that I've read from her, it's very important, your relationship with God, and like it's very evident, like it's throughout the whole thing. They have like thoughts of everything, this series does not feel like any of her other books. I think it's to do with her not knowing how to tell a man's perspective. She might have been going through a different time in her life, because I know that with reading Lucy or the Anne of Green Gables, you could totally tell when she fell off of her own books. But I was still glad I finished it, because I hate not finishing series. There's one series that I was just talking to my friend Rose about, and I can't finish it. I literally can't finish it because it's terrible. It's so terrible. I can't even remember the title, but I finished this one. And so finishing is like one of my things that I try really hard to do, but there's one series that is my nemesis that I probably will never finish. But I hope you all enjoyed my ranting and raving, and y'all have a great day.